It was towards the end of the season, and there was really like two more bits left. And I thought Richard is like our big brother, and if he can't do anything with this, what was I going to do with it? And I was like, okay, well, I'll get through these two and try to, because I want to shine. I still didn't have a character, a principal character that could work alongside Ernie and Bert and Big Bird and Oscar and Cookie Monster and Grover. So I was one of those puppeteers that was still trying to get that, principal character to get that job security. Instead of, it was always fun doing AMs and all that stuff, but you wanted a character. So I got through it, and what I did is after the season was over, I went and hung out with my mom, with the daycare kids, and just watched them. And was on the floor. Was just so funny, how they could cry and then on a dime it'd be finished, it'd just be over. So I picked up things, just from watching, but also trying to incorporate what I know of that Jim and the Muppets do so well, as far as that edge. It's for children, for Sesame Street, but they still had that edge. Somebody that's like Bert, somebody that's like Ernie, so trying to keep all of that together, I came in the next season with some focus on what I wanted to do, and it really worked. There was a sketch that I did with Emilio Delgado, who plays Luis, and Elmo was at the fix-it shop bench, and I had to make believe that Elmo had a suitcase. It was an imaginary suitcase, and he was going somewhere. And so, you see Elmo struggling to get the suitcase in the shot, and he pulls his hands up, and looks like he's putting his. And Emilio is out there, and he's trying to see what Elmo's doing, and Elmo starts to explain to him, and it worked really well, to the point where if you get the camera guys laughing, then you know that something's working. And of course, just as soon as you get a laugh, it's just like a comedian, doing stand-up. That gives you the confidence that you're doing something, and then you do better. And so that's what happened with Elmo, and the writers started picking up on it, and everybody started picking up on it, and really saw, oh, well, this is actually a nice little niche that we don't have on Sesame Street. He's kind of the youngest, of all the characters, and so the writers started picking up on it, and they started writing, and then research started looking into if the kids were actually learning from Elmo, and they were, and laughing with Elmo. And then, of course, it went into to toys, and the rest is history with this character. Elmo was already written at that point. And actually, at the beginning, Elmo had really kind of caveman type talk. It was all broken, Elmo do this, but not a full sentence. It had Elmo, but like he still talks today, but it had, Elmo do this instead of Elmo will do this. There was still some words that were missing that actually started getting in the way of his communicating. So we put all of that in there, and the only thing he has left now is Elmo, third person type situation. So that's really the only thing that really, not the only thing that really changed. One of the main things that changed was the writing of the script, but it was all really there when I got the puppet. We knew that he was 3.5 years old. We knew that he was very young. He had a great imagination. Through his imagination and through the games that he played, he learned. That's the way he learned. There was something that the writers were writing called, after he would say, Elmo, do this, yes, yes, yes. I eliminated that with laughter. Matter of fact, poor Lisa, I tell this story and she still cringes when I tell it. But she didn't like the laugh. She felt as though Elmo was laughing too much. So we went out to lunch, and she said, I want to take you out to lunch. I said, the laugh is it's just too much. Just too much. And I said, okay. And so I went back, and I really don't know if I think I found a happy medium with it, but I didn't really agree with her, but she's the producer, so started doing it. And of course, then, the laugh was actually the thing that really, made it his signature. Like instead of saying "me love cookies" or anything, it was Elmo's laugh that people connected with him. And then of course, lo and behold, the Tickle Me Elmo doll. I realized when research was telling me, research had told me that Elmo is it's like 80% of the kids that were watching got what Elmo was teaching and really enjoyed Elmo and connected very well with Elmo, especially his age, which was 3.5, 4, and they were very excited about it. I just think it's again, it's all about watching my mom's daycare kids. I mean, it's that energy that they have. Like I said, it's all in an instance. They just go from anger to happy to I mean, I didn't go to the extremes as far as that with Elmo. I just kept that really just that energy, and the writers saw it, so they kept writing it that way.